Chamber Insights. I am Philip O'Rourke, the Executive Director of the Yellow Springs Chamber, and here is where professionals share. The Chamber is made up of so many diverse individuals with so many different passions, so many different missions, and today we are talking to Jonathan Platt, the Executive Director of Story Chain, about exactly what Story Chain is and how you can be a part of it. Jonathan, welcome.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.
Absolutely. I am excited that you're here and able to share a little bit more about Story Chain. For people who don't know, what is Story Chain?
Story Chain is a literacy intervention program for families, in a nutshell. But we happen to have a very high response in jails and prisons. This was all from an impetus about 11 years ago, when I realized that parents who want to read to their kids can't do it when they're incarcerated. And I think every parent needs that opportunity.
So parents couldn't read to their kids when they're incarcerated. You've been doing this for quite some time. Why are you so passionate about this organization?
I taught adjunct English for many years at Clark State and Sinclair and Wright State. And half of my adult students were from the incarcerated world, were from the reentry world. And half of them, so 25% of all my students, would drop out within the first 3 weeks. And I was always curious why that was, because my class was great. My class was I wouldn't call it a bunny class, but it was full of joy. And it was full of, please come back. And it was full of, you don't have to do homework to really enjoy literacy. We can enjoy literacy together and get a lot out of it. So why were they dropping out? And one the reasons that they were dropping out were so trivial, Philip. Like the TARC bus, the bus changed schedule, and that totally throws everything off. And if you're living on a couple dollars a day, that can really destroy your routine. My mother moved. I no longer have a boyfriend. I no longer have a girlfriend. The couch is no longer mine. My roommate would drive to work. That was my car. And so now I can no longer go to school. Really like trivial reasons that cause them not to pursue their education, not to pursue their dreams anymore. So what are these folks doing? What can we do for them? You know, and as an adjunct, as a professor, I felt kind of helpless. I mean, these people were wonderful. I love adult learners because they come here for all sorts of reasons. You know, if you're 30 years old and you still want to perfect your literacy, who are you? You know, and that's just so intriguing to me. So I followed that, and I found in prisons and jails that people really want to read, and they want to read to their children. And then I was like, well, let's mold that. Let's make that really amazing. And what I do is not, I didn't reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of people that do programs like this. There's the Luther Church. There's a program in New York called Daddy and Me. They all do what I do. But I like to think that we have a lot of original things to it. And one of them is we spend a lot of time with the reader, with the parent, with the person that is incarcerated. We give them agency to read out loud and to perfect their voice. I can't wait to take you into prison, Philip. I know you're going to love it.
That would be an amazing experience. I'm interested when somebody does the reading. Listen, a lot of people are they like to support, right? They want to support the mission. They want to support your passion and what you're doing. Can you touch on or tell me what have you seen as the importance of having the product of the audio and the parents taking the time to, what the importance of this?
I think the importance is that the child can connect with not only the parent, but the parent's voice.
Mm.
And studies after studies and studies have shown that the parent's voice is key to literacy, is key to the development of learning really fundamental touchstones for literacy.
Yeah.
And I think we do that in spades. I think we do that very, very well. I went to Wright State. I got a master's in rhetoric, and I believe this is my rhetorical move.
Yeah.
I think this is exactly where I need to be. I'm not sure I'm answering your questions, but you kind of got me passionate on this one.
No, I love it. I've seen some of your videos. I saw that you were on the Dayton TEDx stage. So it's
Yeah,
so interesting that you were talking about having your degree in rhetoric, because you and your voice and your mission and story chain has ended up in so many influential places. Why do you think that you have a roster of people who partner with you as either sponsors or otherwise? Why are people so drawn to a mission like Story Chain?
because it works.
Mm,
It just works. It works in the long term. We just finished. Steve McQueen and a couple other folks from Yellow Springs were in Pickaway for 4 months, and the and we worked with 40 men, and we know it works because the children respond to it so viscerally.
mm,
They may not. They may not. I don't know if they're going to learn literacy or not, but and I'm sure, and they do, but it's all about getting to hear their parents' voice. It's
mm,
just so important. And knowing that their parents' voice was honed and rehearsed
mm.
and I want to say quantified, but that's not right. Um, and just made into the best voice they could make is important to that child.
Yeah.
I mean, I have examples after examples, and these things that I could never even make up. There's one 9-year-old child that I just talked to 2 days ago, and she said it's hilarious to her that her incarcerated father says to my 3 daughters, and I'm like, why is that so hilarious to you? And she said, because he has 3 mothers. I mean, he has 3 wives or 3 baby mamas. I know that's a terrible term, but he has 3 different women and 3 different daughters, and they're 10, 9, and 8 years old.
Okay.
And when he says to my 3 daughters, she thinks it's hilarious because she has a stepdaughter. She has a stepfather, and she has a stable family,
Yeah.
and she knows what having a good family is. And for him to come in and say to my 3 daughters is funny to her and kind of like making fun of him, but
Uh,
she listens to him anyway. She
right.
listens to all the stories. She's kind of amused by it. So
Mm,
he's trying his best. He's
yeah.
kind of a joke to the families because he's made a lot of mistakes, but at the same time, he's doing the best he can do. And I can't make that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't make it up. I could try to make that up, but I can't. It's like
Why?
this. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, so the stories that they read, right? The stories
Yeah,
that are being read, where do those stories come from?
it comes from them. I want them to learn what their children would like to read.
Mm,
You can't give me titles. Don't give me titles. Tell me what they want to hear from you. Is it independence? Is it responsibility? Is it getting along with your siblings? What is it that you want? And then because we're professional literacy folks, we will go out and find those books. And
mm,
as we expand, we have more and more folks from the reentry and veterans from our program that do that work, that find those books. And that's what the book drop is about. You know, we want people to give us books that were important to them and we can use for this program. So
I'm glad you mentioned the book drop. Here in Yellow Springs, you have the opportunity to connect with the public, and they have an opportunity to interact with you through the book drop. What is that, and when is that?
So, you know, I know when I go to a book drop, I walk by and I'm like, man, I wish I had books to drop this off. I never even thought to drop books. I never thought to have books in my car so I could drop it off. We have a place on Short Street from 3:30 to 5:30, um, Monday through Thursday for the whole month of September. So you forget the first day, you forget the second day. By God, you remember the third day to put it in your car. And then on the fourth day, you bring the books over. So we're trying to give you that luxury
Yeah.
to bring in the books. And we have volunteers. I'm there a lot. Stephanie Pierce is there a lot. And we receive the books and we sign you up to the newsletter and we keep you informed on what we're doing. And we now are starting a newsletter, a monthly newsletter. We're using the same design and model as the Hunger Hall Initiative, who are kind of our mentors to a lot of the publicity. So we're really, really lucky to have that. And the books we're looking for are 0 to 18. And they should be new or slightly used.
When you say 0 to 18, you're looking for ages 0 to 18?
Yes, from infancy to older teens. Yep. And, you know, we really, most of these parents who are still connected to their kids are usually, I'd say 70% are 0 to 6.
Oh.
So, you know, storybooks, sing-song books, Sandra Boynton, Dr. Seuss, those kind of books are really popular, very popular with our client. And every time we use one of these books, we buy a copy. So it's very important that these books are still in circulation. I'll give you an example. Like If I Ran a Zoo by Dr. Seuss. That book is no longer in circulation. So we it's hard to find a place where we can buy another copy. So it's just, you know, a quick conversation with us and we'll tell you what kind of books, and you can buy books for us. I'm not against it. And you can also give us a book and put a $20 bill as the bookmark. I'm not against that.
Recommendation. Yeah.
Or a Franklin or a Hamilton or Grant.
Well, even speaking to the surprises that could be awaiting inside the books, you have the book drop. How else can? Oh, who is that?
This is London.
Oh, hey, London.
Yeah, she's a diva.
Oh, okay. Well,
sorry,
nice to meet you, London. Outside of the book drop, through the month of September, how can people, however big or small, London's getting up close and personal.
She's going to show you her ass soon.
Oh, Lord.
That's a disclaimer.
How else can people help to support, learn more, become partners with you?
They can volunteer.
Okay.
Come on down to the book drop and sign up. And also, we are going to the Monday Community Correctional Institute next month, and they're allowing us to bring in volunteers. Oh, wow. And I have to say, I don't have to say, but I believe I can say that we're going to be regulars there. We're going to go there a lot. And there's 150 guys in there and 60 mothers. Oh, wow. And this program, we've always been very popular with mothers. Mothers love our program. Guys really like our program, but mothers love it. They want to read to this. I mean, there's mothers in there that are missing their 2-year-olds.
Sure.
And they get this opportunity to read to their child. And we want to make sure that they have the best voice, and we give them that agency. We give them that ability, and we're so proud to do that. And that's going to happen at the Monday program. So we're going to have regular rotations, probably van loads going in October and November. And we are also going to have a fundraiser on Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, and that's 2BA. Yeah, we're going to have a breakfast, and we're very excited about that. And we want to raise a lot of money, and I think we will.
Yeah. Well, I think that with the cause that you have, with the impact that it makes to real people in real lives, I think it's a worthy thing to invest in. For people who want to invest outside of coming to the book drop, should they go online to learn more?
Yes, they can go online. I have a new IT person, April Wooford, who's pretty familiar in town. And I also have an office manager, Stacy Pierce. Oh my God, Stephanie Pierce. I did not.
She's gonna get you. She is gonna. Hey, Stacy. Hello, Stacy. Shout out.
Thank you, Philip.
Yeah. So they'll be able to find you. They'll be able to connect, and they'll also be able to see you in person. If they're in the Yellow Springs area, they'll be able to see you in person downtown community space at Short Street throughout the month of September.
And we're in the Yellow Springs. I haven't even looked at it, but we're in the Yellow Springs News every week. We bought an ad. We spend money to make money. We really believe in that. I mean, it's all about democracy. It really is.
Yeah.
And the whole capital system. We're here to make money. I mean, I hire reentry folks, and they do the editing, because I didn't even mention this, but when they read, we edit their readings and we clean it up and we make it sound really professional. And then we put music to it, and then we put sound effects to it. Wow. And the kids respond to that in such a visceral way. And also, we collect data. And shout out to Dawn Boyer, who does all my data.
Oh, wow.
She is my data analysis. So another Yellow Springers. I mean, this is a Yellow Springer grassroots, non-profit, pure baby.
I love it. Jonathan, thank you so much for being on Chamber Insights. I look forward to seeing you on the community space at Short Street during your book drop. And I appreciate you for having your passion and the commitment to keep going. So thank you.
I appreciate you. It's been a long road, but it's been a wonderful road. I wouldn't change a thing.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
So that's Jonathan Platt with Story Chain. You heard, if you're here in Yellow Springs, you can go to Community Space at Short Street on Monday. Well, you heard all of that. Please connect with Jonathan and Story Chain on yschamber.org. And we look forward to seeing you next time here on Chamber Insights, where professionals share.
To be a guest on Chamber Insights or to inquire about advertising opportunities, please email insights@yschamber.org or visit www.yschamber.org/insights.